Hey guys, what's up? Um, hadn't done a video since Infinity War, and I thought I'd do something a little different today because actually, where I work at, I have a bunch of students that collects comics just like I do, just like you do, and we always have like little talks and stuff like that, and they always seem to come to me about stuff. And as I said like 2 or 3 months ago, I've not really collected a lot lately because things have just been kind of tough, and things are starting to finally ease off. No baseball no more. Um, Spring sports is over. School's winding down, fixing to get out for the summer, and my college career is almost over too. I graduate June 25th with my bachelor's in history. So things are starting to take up. I'm starting to collect a little bit here and there. Trying to recapture and everything. And I'll go ahead and say this: I was only collecting Batman and Flash. There's no way that I'm even going to try to catch up on the Rebirth Batman and Flash because there's just so many issues behind me and my son. But what I thought I would do today is I just want to do something a little cool, and that's just go over a few series that's been out or just now finishing, and one that's coming out, and something that I actually enjoy is some new stuff that just came out. Sorry, I had to get my peach tea. Um, so anyway, comics now are just like all over the place. You got Marvel with the Legacy stuff, and I'm not a big Marvel fan. I did pick up Marvel Legacy #1, and of course the big thing in that is, Logan coming back to life, which I'm really, really going to enjoy. I'm actually going to, I've already subscribed to get The Hunt for Wolverine. I think it's going to be a really good series. I can't wait to see how they're going to tie that in. But I'm out of the loop on Marvel, so I don't know what they've been doing. But I'm a DC fan. A lot of people know that. And I just finished the Metal series, in which I want to go over that in just a minute. But I want to talk about this right here. That's out now. The Doomsday Clock. Me and my son only have issue 1 through 4, and I'm still trying to figure it out. It's really good. It started with the Button storyline in Batman and Flash, with the hologram covers and Reverse Flash coming back, and Batman finding the smiley face Button in the cave. And I've read #1 like 3 or 4 times, and I'm kind of getting. I was really confused with some of that. And so what I'd done was I went back and read it again, and then I've read 2 and 3 and 4. And from what I gather, for those that liked the Watchmen movie, I know there's not a lot. I don't think Jeremy likes it. I don't know. I can't remember who else doesn't like it, but I absolutely love that movie. I absolutely love it. I love the Rorschach character in the movie. I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan's character in the movie. I just love the story. And but anyway, going back to it, if you watch the movie, Ozymandias, that's how you pronounce it. I don't really know. He pretty much destroyed the whole Watchmen aura, the whole team, the whole 9 yards, and he killed all Rorschach and everything else. And this is where I'm thinking this takes place. I'm not quite positive. So if anybody watches this video and I'm wrong, please let me know. I don't really care. I mean, I don't have a problem being corrected. I really don't. So, but it's really good, and I'm still trying to figure out how the Watchmen are really going to play in the DC, especially in Gotham. But there's 12 issues. I've only got 4, and I'm having to read them twice. Some more than that to understand. I mean, I like the writing that Jeff Johns is doing, but it's just really, complicated. So. But anyway, yeah, I just want to talk about it. If you haven't got it, if you haven't, check it out. I mean, the covers are great. I really love this cover of #4, which is, of course, Rorschach. And, well, not the Rorschach, but you'll see if you read it. But anyway, it's really good. The covers are cool. Jeff Johns is doing an outstanding job writing, as he always does. Can't talk about that yet. I want to talk about series. Favorite series of mine, and we were talking. Me and some guys were talking about storylines, and I realized my 2 top favorite storylines can't really be classified in the same thing because you have one that affects everybody in DC Universe, and then you have one that it just affects one guy and his 3 or 4 family members. And that being said, my two favorite storylines has always been and always will be, because it's not been beaten yet, is the Blackest Night series in the Lanterns and DC Universe and Court of Owls. So Court of Owls, of course, takes place in Batman. So it's a different class of storyline, and I really enjoyed Court of the Owls. I mean, it was absolutely phenomenal to introduce the Court of the Owls in, and to see Batman go. It kind of reminded me of Nightfall, when Bane broke all the convicts out of Arkham Asylum, and Batman had to fight every one of them, and eventually wore him down. Bane broke his back, and we know the rest of the story, because after Nightfall, if it ended there, it'd have been fine. But then they had Knight's Quest and not something. I don't know. It was like 3 of them, and it was stupid. But nevertheless, the Court of Owls is kind of like that. They put Bruce through hell, and of course Bruce comes out above, and of course he's got more help in this. So, but yeah. So, and then Blackest Night, we all know what that is. I don't need to describe that. That's just, it's a classic. So, but what I wanted to do was, I've had this Marvel nostalgia now, where I want to go back and get a lot of stuff I had from, late 80s through mid 90s. And I went to a comic book store the other day, and one of the series I want to get again was, to me, one of the best Marvel storylines ever, and that was the Xtinction Agenda. Now, this is the last issue, but this comic book store has their comics color coded, like red dot's $1, $3 is yellow dot, $5 is blue, green 7, and something 9's 10's orange. So they had the last issue, and they had the rest of them, but I only had a few bucks. So I just picked this one up because it's Jim Lee's cover, and it's just badass. But Xtinction Agenda is so amazing. I mean, it is so amazing, and it's badass when Archangel cuts off Cameron Hodges' head. So, but anyway, just wanted to remind anybody that probably forgot about this, Jim. It's a very good story. It runs through Uncanny X-Men, New Mutants, and X Factor. First issue starts in Uncanny X-Men with Havoc on the front, and the last issue's in X Factor number 62. But it's really good. I think you guys will like it if you've never read it before. If not, pick up the trade paperback. But you can get these pretty cheap. So, next I want to talk about the talk of DC, really. Metal. I've got everything except the little tie-ins, like Justice League. I've got a Flash issue where the cover says he's supposed to fight Red Death, but he doesn't. But it all starts with the Forge and the casting, which I freaking love. And then, it has the tie-ins, the one-shots. Devastator. My favorite, the Merciless, which is like a combination of Batman, Wonder Woman. Merciless is a combination of Batman, Superman, but it turns out to be like a Doomsday. Batman the Drowning, which is a female Wayne, Aquaman. Of course, we all know this one, the Batman Who Laughs. Love that character. I mean, if you think Joker's jacked up, read that. He's like Joker on steroids and crack, and 10 times crazier than shit. Yeah. Then you got Batman and Green Lantern. Well, Batman the Dawnbreaker, and then you got Batman Red Death, which is this is like the second, third, fourth print because I couldn't find the first one. I mean, it was hot down here. I don't know about up there or anywhere else, but and then you have probably the weirdest one, but it's actually a very good read, and that's Batman the Murder Machine. It's Batman and Cyborg mixed together, and it's so cool because it's all these Batmans from other universes and multiverses and dark multiverses, and Barbados gets his number one henchman, the Batman Who Laughs, which story is absolutely incredible. To gather all these people up, and he becomes like, it's not full horsemen, but it's like the 6-7 horsemen of Barbados, and their job is to finally get the one planet or the one universe that's not under siege, and that's our Earth, and turn it into a dark universe. And the cool thing about this is this is a Batman story, but it finally unites the Justice League to where Batman realizes I can't do it all by myself, and the Justice League realizes this is one thing we can't do without Batman. And everybody has some kind of thing to it. I mean, there's something for everybody in this. One Justice League member cannot win this fight. 2 can't do it. 3 can't do it. 4 can't do it. All of them have to do it. And I'm talking reserves. And of course, the biggest thing out of all this is the reemergence of Plastic Man. Who would have thought? But I am like really intrigued with Plastic Man. Even though he doesn't really show in this, he's there. And his meaning of being there is very important to the quest. It makes Hawkman irrelevant again. It makes Hawkgirl irrelevant again. It makes Mr. Terrific irrelevant again. Mr. Detective Chimp irrelevant again. It was a story that some of these B-rated Dr. Fate made him relevant again. So it's really, really awesome. If you've not read it, if you've got it and you know, I don't know. You kind of see the ending coming, but it's still like a curveball. You know, it's like you're up at the bat, and you know the guy's going to come with a curveball, but he's allowed to come with a slider, which, yes, there is a difference in a curve and a slider. So, I'm a baseball coach. I know these things. So, but it's really good. But one thing I wanted to show you right quick is the issue 5 and 6 of Metal had 2 alternate covers. This is the first alternate cover of Metal 5, Batman Who Laughs. And then this is number 6. Absolutely outstanding. I love this guy. And the cool thing is, if you've read it, great. If you've not, and I spoil it for you, I'm sorry. He's not going anywhere. He is going to show back up. And that's what I am so freaking excited about. And where's he going to show up, you might ask? Right here. DC's coming out with 8 new titles. The Terrifics, Immortal Men, Sideways, Damage, Slider, the New Challengers, the Immortal Men. I think I've already said that. And if I did, I didn't mean to. Curse of Brimstone. And they're all from Metal. This team right here, Mr. Terrific, Phantom Girl, Plastic Man, Metamorpho. You would think, wow, that's going to suck. No, it's not. It's drawn by Ivan Reis. And I have read this book. And I've got Immortal Men 1 and 2 coming. I've got Curse of Brimstone coming, Sideways coming. I was talking to my son a while ago. We're not too thrilled about Damage or Silencer. She's an assassin. Damage is like a Hulk for 24-hour deal or for an hour a day type deal. And he's a U.S. military weapon. But the Unexpected, that's it. That's the 8th one. Unexpected New Challengers. We're going to try that. And we're going to try Sideways, Immortal Men, Curse of Brimstone, and Terrifics. And Jim Lee's doing Immortal Men. Awesome. Sideways, excuse me, I can't remember who's doing Sideways. I cannot remember who's doing Sideways, but it's going to be really good. It's going to be really good. It's kind of like a Spider-Man mixed with another, like a Nightcrawler, but because he can like teleport in there and make, you know, riffs and stuff. So it's going to be pretty cool. Immortal Men is like, that's where they're going. The Batman Who Laughs is going to be an Immortal Men 2. Immortal Men are kind of like Justice League Dark, just on a different scale. People I've never heard of is going to be in that book, which is cool. The New Challengers, heroes we've never heard before. They're giving new light. It's kind of like when Marvel back in the 80s did that new Star, some universe. It was different names. They didn't last long. But nevertheless, I think this is going to last because I think they're going to really hit it. I think they're going to really hit the nail on the head. But, so yeah, I just wanted to go over a few of these. I wanted to try this because I love comics. The passion for comics that I have is just unbelievable because comics is my drug. You know what I mean? I can dig into a comic book. If I'm pissed off, I can read a book and I'm there. And it's just my way of coping with things. So, but yeah, so I've got some books coming, that I'm going to order. I'm going to go out on a limb and put a little bit of money in it because I think I deserve it. Not saying that in a conceited way. I think I deserve it. I'm going to pick up a lot of dollar issues and stuff. And for those that don't do it, I'm going to plug my comicshop.com. I think that's the best prices for books you can get, back issues and everything. That's where I go to. And I'm fixing to hit this up. And that's the fact I'm fixing to order the original Contest of Champions. It was a 3-issue series in '83, which is absolutely outstanding. And I'm getting some old stuff too. And I'm spending a lot. I'm spending some good money, but I'm getting like a lot of books for it. And that's just me. I don't collect for the money. I collect because I love comics, and I'm getting back into the '80s, '90s things with Uncanny X-Men and X Factor and stuff like that. So, but anyway, I hope you like this video. I mean, if you don't, you don't. Hey, it don't hurt to try. You know what I mean? But I love comics. I love talking about them. You see something you want me to review or read about, if I don't have it, I will look it up. If I can't look it up, I'll find it. If I can buy it, I'll buy it. And I'll talk about it. I mean, I'll talk about any kind of comic you want as long as it's DC or Marvel. I'm not really into Image unless it's the old stuff like Wildcats, Youngblood, Deathblow, Cyberforce, and Spawn, which, you know, they were good. They were good while we were there. But anyway, that's what I want to talk about. So go check out Metal. Check these new books out. These are freaking awesome. I love Ivan Reis's art, man. I love it. He drew all the Blackest Night stuff too. So that's where I first learned about him. And check out Doomsday Clock. You might like it. You might not. I don't know. I think with Doomsday Clock, if you're a Watchmen fan, you're going to love it. If you're a DC fan, you're going to love it. If you're a DC oh no, let me reverse. If you're a Watchmen fan, you're going to love it. If you're a DC fan, you're probably not. I don't know. I'm not really a big Watchmen fan. I love the movie, and I've read some of the other stuff, but I like some of the characters. I love Rorschach. I would love to see Rorschach and Batman team up together. I think that would be awesome. I mean, really awesome. And it did, but it's not the real Rorschach. But anyway, I digress. And anyway, so that's it. And I hope you enjoy this. Like I said, you want something you want me to review? Let me know. I'm glad to tell you about it. Until then, keep reading comics. Peace out.